Yeah, hopefully. I mean,
I hope it doesn't get steamed, if you know what I'm saying.
well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode. Me and Devin are just talking about how we've yet to speak about Diddy, and you know,
Well, I don't. I don't like to speak until I've got full facts. I don't know what's happening.
see, I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Ugh.
can wholeheartedly say I have no clue what's going on with the whole Diddy thing.
Now I can also say he definitely did that shit.
I don't know what. Like, I know
No,
there's
he
a
did it. Anything they say he did,
see, but
he
there's
did it.
so much he's being accused of. To now, it's at the point where like I don't know, like bro's getting it, like he's. It seems like he's screwed. So it's like I'm not.
Or he'll find a way out.
I well is well. Aren't you? You're the one that told me the last thing that happened when his house got raided.
He's in Miami. I
Yeah.
was
I
wrong.
was gonna say I thought you were wrong.
Bro's in Miami.
Yeah, I was about to say yeah. Bro's is not
Bro's just
like
chilling.
bro's chilling. Bro's chilling
Dude,
for
what's
now.
his nuts? Shohei Otani's interpreter is in more trouble than Diddy is right now.
Can we talk about that for a second?
No, because it just makes me upset. Like, it's dumb.
But did you see the alleged text?
No.
Apparently there were texts. They're like, which can I make
They're
fact
just
check?
throwing this fucking guy under the bus to protect fucking Shohei.
Pull up his text and fact check that these are real. And I just want to make sure what I read was real because if they are,
They seem not real.
it is so funny. Um, apparently, he said something. He had a text message to his bookie where it was like, "Wow, I'm really not good at this sports betting
Yes,
thing."
no, yes. Ipe did say that. Yes,
And
yes.
like it
He
was,
said, "I'm really not good at this sports betting stuff, am I? Huh?"
and it was like what 70,000. Uh, it was like a either
Apparently, he stole 16 million, but
not
also
not
he
not
didn't
the
steal
amount
it.
of money. It was like the amount of bets or something. Like how many
Probably a ton.
like it was. I'm saying like that's where I think that X thousand number I got came from. Like
Yeah,
it was. I wish I had it pulled up, but
but at the same time, it's like I still think the first story is true, and the first story was that Shohei was not the one betting, but he did pay off his debts. And now they're saying, "Oh, fucking Ipe stole $40 million from him." It's like probably not.
what
You
are
don't
you
lose $40 million and have no idea.
what are you mad at though? Them lying about it, or that
Why?
Otani's not
I
gonna
don't
get in
care that
trouble?
he bet on sports.
Because here's the thing: if Otani like didn't bet on the sports, didn't know about it, and then it was like, "Yo, I've been betting and I need help," and then he just was like, "Okay, I'm rich as shit. Here's some money." If that's what it was,
But that's what it was. And then they were
okay.
like, then they found out that well, the interpreter was like, oh, well, this is gonna implicate Shohei.
Why would it?
Well, because he paid a bookie $4.5 million who was
See,
running
but
an illegal
is
gambling
is
fucking.
is the is the accusations that he hand in hand like his Otani to bookie or Otani gave the money to the interpreter and he whatever the interpreter did with
So
the
the
money.
first, yeah, exactly. So the first story was um, the Ipe, the interpreter, was saying that he said he went to Shohei, said he needed help, and then rather than Shohei giving the money to Ipe, which he feared that Ipe would just go and gamble,
Mm-hmm.
he said, "I'm going to handle it myself. I'll send the money directly to the bookie." Rather than giving it to Ipe to then give to the bookie because he thought he would blow it all.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, and just because you know more about the MLB than I do, but I feel like the MLB is going to run with and defend any narrative that keeps Otani around.
1,000%
You
at
know,
all times.
like I don't.
Anything.
Whatever
He is
happens,
he is the centerpiece of the MLB right now, and he is uh the opening to international baseball, especially
mm,
in Asia.
mm-hmm.
He is the guy. He's the dude. And if you want that market, you got to have Shohei.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
anything that goes, anything that Shohei could do wrong will get kicked under the rug 16,000 times out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think anything's happened to him. But
Nothing will happen to him.
some topics. I guess the first one we got Clippers and Mavs set for the first round.
Which is gorgeous. How nice
Devin,
is
Devin.
For sure.
I am scared of that matchup. Honestly.
If I were a Russell Westbrook Clipper fan, dude, I would be afraid. This team is
Um,
hotter than ball sack right now, dude.
Now I'm also in my like fandom arc where it's like I understand where Russ is at in his career,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that there's a chance that the Clippers don't make it out of the first round.
Sure.
I'm not gonna be mad. I mean, if it's a competitive 6 or 7 round or game series and Dallas comes out, I'm not gonna be mad at it. I'm gonna enjoy watching Luka and Kyrie still eat because they've been
I
hot.
know.
They've been
They're
so
hot.
hot, and that's
And
what's scaring me.
good for Kyrie, man. Kyrie has been all business this year, been a fucking baller.
See, and that's the
And these guys
thing.
are
Is like
balling. I like it.
that's that's the thing. It's like, bro, it's like it's the same shit where it's like I don't care I don't care what size you think the Earth is. I don't care bro. You can hoop. Like I
You're a
like watching you
crazy
hoop,
hooper.
bro. Like when
Exactly.
I like
Exactly.
watching you hoop. So
Yes.
and the run Dallas has been on
And
is
maybe Kyrie was right. It is the mayor of New York's fault that Kyrie did not ball out in Brooklyn. Because Kyrie, 3 years later, is fucking the world up right now,
still
dude.
eating.
He's still
Um,
eating.
but
We were like, Kyrie's done.
I I I I'm afraid. Dallas is hot.
Very hot.
I mean, a week ago I
But it
was
doesn't mean that y'all can't be hot in a couple weeks. And Dallas might cool off
a couple weeks. I mean,
next week.
yeah, but
Sorry.
yeah, it's coming. We're gonna talk more about some locks or some like teams that are in locked in for play-ins or locked in for whatnot. But we're
Mm-hmm.
really gonna have our matchups Monday's episode. We'll have, I think,
All matchups.
all
Yeah.
matchups will be set by then. But see, the recency bias would say Dallas, but LA, the Clippers are so unpredictable. Like they've had a rocky season. They've been
And to me, they're a little bit deeper. They got a second string coming off the bench with Russ. You can throw PG in with Russ. You can throw any of those guys, Harden, any of those guys in with Russ. Now you got another team.
Well, I will say, I mean, I do love the fact that if I mean, I don't know, just to whatever makes Russ seem the most impactful, or whatever makes him the most impactful, if he's coming off the bench after James or PG's, they eat. Russ comes in and handles business. I mean, and he said it himself a couple of days ago. He's the best bench player in the league. He's one.
By far.
He's got to be one of the best guys you could ask for to come off the bench. Like, I mean,
He's got to be one of the best bench players probably ever. Yeah. I mean,
but see, the
what
thing
other
is,
MVPs are coming off the bench?
and you can't even
Not
call
too
him
late
like you can't even put him in that category of like
of a bench
a
player.
bench player. It's just like
No.
no, like he was able to swallow whatever pride it seemed like he needed to, or
He's on a team where it would be better if he was on the bench.
yeah, he makes the team better. Being the sixth man coming off the bench,
But he could easily start.
easily, and that's the thing. It's like their problem is they have too many stars,
Exactly.
which is
you got four dudes who 6 years ago are all fighting for championships on their own team.
yeah, and
Like, it's
could all
wild.
be could have all been MVPs. Like it's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it seems like Kawhi is going to be healthy, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you if Kawhi can stay healthy, if we can keep we like, and I'm gonna stop saying we because godly, I'm not
I
a
know.
Clippers fan.
No.
But
That's a tough one to swallow, dude.
I'm
Being
not a
Clips.
Clippers fan. I'm not. I'm root for them because my favorite player is on that team, but that is it.
You're a Westbrook fan.
But if the Clippers, they gotta keep. I don't care. I'm not gonna just say like the obvious, like, oh, we just have Kawhi and Luka's face-off game, but you gotta keep somebody, to me, like just keep somebody fresh in front of Luka at all times,
Mhm.
and thing. You're not going to be able to contain him,
Mm.
but limit him. Maybe there's
Try to have him score less than 30 points.
it's something like you got to be able to like I said, I don't know if contain is the word, but limit. Like I said, you keep somebody fresh in his face, and maybe he doesn't get as many good looks as he normally would, or something. It's just to me, you gotta focus in
So
on that.
between the two, I mean, who are you forcing? Like, in an ideal world, you would fucking make sure that Kyrie and Luka are limited. But if you could limit one of them,
If I had to pick one of the two
one
to
guy
make
to
sure
sort
it
of,
was locked down,
yeah,
I mean, Luka's ability to
Luka.
score on all
Yeah.
three levels is. See, okay, here's
Well,
the thing.
Kyrie's ability to score on primarily two levels, but he can shoot.
Kyrie can score on all three levels, but in a different way.
It's a different way.
Like, he could get to the rim.
No. He's the best at his size at getting to the rim ever.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no,
Him and Russ.
but from
But
that,
he's what, 6 foot?
but see, even Russ and Kyrie get to the rim different.
Exactly, it's way different.
Russ is all
He's a power
physicality,
guy.
and Kyrie is the absolute most finesse ever. But I mean, Kyrie can score all three levels.
Yeah, of course. He
But
can shoot. He dropped 48 the other night.
I mean, Luka. I mean,
in OT.
See, my thing is, I don't think you're going to be able to lock down either of them. But
No.
I'm just thinking of okay, my theory of keeping somebody fresh in Luka's face. You can throw more bodies at Luka than you can at Kyrie. Like, there's only so many people that are going to be able to keep up with Kyrie.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're going to keep up with Kyrie, like, hey, good luck. Like,
but again, like, you can try to put everything on Luka, but his game doesn't like revolve around space.
but
Luka doesn't need space to get anything off.
But it's ridiculous how good he is at creating space, Devin.
It is nuts.
Like, it's.
But even if he's doubled, it's like he's not going anywhere. Like, he's not trying to make moves. He's gonna drop a few moves on you and then put it in your mouth.
But that's this thing is like he's gonna find a way to score, so you cannot really contain him. But that's the thing: make every shot he takes be a shot like that.
Exactly.
If you
but yeah,
can.
I would rather force Kyrie to take over a game than Luka going running wild on everybody, dropping a 50 burger.
And that's no hate at Kyrie. Like, that's like.
No. It's the difference in game. Like, Kyrie can still fuck you up.
Same thing with the Clippers. It's like, okay, a bad scenario for Dallas is Kyrie has to take over. It's like, damn, like, we're screwed. Like, I don't think they're thinking that way. So,
no.
I guess the real question is, Devin, and we'll probably predict.
Well, also, don't let one of their bench or don't let one of their supporters get hot. Fucking one of those guys gets hot.
Oh, in Dallas?
Yeah, the Dallas guys. Fucking Exum or whoever. I don't even know. That's a brand new name to me. I'm just gonna keep saying it. But yeah, if one of those boys gets like real hot, it might be scary. But
the real question is, who's winning? Who's winning the series?
7-game series.
Clippers at 4, Mavs at 5.
Y'all are different than baseball, which I think we talked about this last year during the playoffs. It's like baseball, they do a 5-game series. Mm-hmm. They do a wild card, and then a 5-game, and then 2 sevens.
Well, when did the NBA stop doing that? Because the first round was 3 out of 5 at one point.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Back in here.
Well, they're all sevens now.
But
no?
Yeah, but what's the format for MLB right now?
So it's a 3-game wild card, 5-game ALDS, NLDS, and then a 7-game championship series, 7-game World Series. When they expanded the playoffs, it became first round was 5, second round was 7, 7, 7. But then until 03, actually.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay, yeah. So Jordan's whole career.
So yeah, Jordan's entire fucking run. So everybody suck
Yeah.
my dick when they talk about
It
Jordan being their fucking
literally
goat.
literally 84, 85 he was
Oh,
drafted. He was out of the league by '02.
oh,
So his entire career.
oh! That refresher just put
Was it '01 or '02 when he retired? I don't know.
that refresher, Devin, just put Mike
What's a refresher?
great Starbucks drink. Speaking of Starbucks,
Oh, those pink things that people like. What are the pink
uh,
lemonade or something, dude?
actually, I don't want to talk about Starbucks. Yeah, still, let's finish. Let's close out on the Clippers,
Oh,
Mavs. Right?
that
So
Starbucks.
I think we're probably going to predict again when we have all of the
When we're
matchups.
set. Yeah.
But you know what the matchup's going to be. I know you've already been thinking about it. I know you've been like, I know you saw it, and your brain had to have picked a team. Like maybe it's not even who you thought right away, but it's like I mean, I feel like I do that with any matchup. It's like I'm gonna have a pick right away and
Well,
then think about it.
I got what I would want to see. I got no idea what I will see.
See, I don't know if what I want to see and what I will see is the same thing as what you want to see and will see.
No, I think we have completely different
Yeah.
viewpoints of both.
So you go.
No, dude, I'm embarrassed.
No, what do you want?
No, you're embarrassing me.
What do you want to see? You want to see Dallas win.
You are embarrassing me.
You want to see Dallas win.
This series? Yeah.
That's fine. Do you think Dallas is going to win?
I don't know. I don't know if I think they're going to win or if I want them to win. I kind of want the Clippers to win, but I think Dallas might win. I think that's more of where I'm at. I'm less of like I want the Mavs to win. I'm more of like I think that they'll pull it off.
See, but I'm the same. I think Dallas
Also,
is.
when I was saying that about like what will happen and what I think will happen, also like the entire playoffs.
Oh, well, yeah, no, the entire playoffs is. I mean, there may be disappointments down the road, but
There'll be a lot, but yeah, no. But between these two, I don't know. It's weird. It's a great matchup. I think it's very close. Um,
I will
two,
say,
two wildly different teams.
I would say it's gonna go one of two ways. Either Dallas is gonna continue to be hot, and they're gonna win 4-1, 4-2.
Yeah.
And they might be close games, but it might if they keep playing the way they've been playing, all of March and the beginning, and going into the playoffs, I could see it going that way. I think if the Clippers come out of that series, it's going to be a 7-game, like, I mean, just throwdown. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
just back
Yeah.
and forth. I think I don't know. I think I just maybe I don't really have a prediction yet, but I know that
Yeah.
that's
Dude.
how I feel like it. Like I said, I think if Dallas wins, it's going to be from the streak they're still on and how hot they are. They're going to just roll that momentum right into the playoffs, 4-1, 4-2.
And this is also, I mean, I guess different for you because it's like it's been a while since Russ hasn't had his team. Like it's been forever since it's been like, hey, this is Russ's team.
Whoa.
But I mean, I feel like for you, both like the Lakers years, like all the LA years, Laker year, but the LA time seems like it was kind of less about him, but it was more of his fault, especially in LA. It's Russ's fault for how bad they were.
Dude, Russell
which is
Westbrook
retarded.
fans were down tremendously.
I said
bad.
a bad word.
I
said a bad
What'd you
word.
say?
The R word.
I don't care.
Right.
That's fine. I
Neither
think
do
I
I.
think that I heard somebody.
I don't think that's a bad
No,
word.
I heard somebody say. I think that word's back. Like, I think it's back.
I don't know. Like I didn't.
It might be back.
I'm not gonna try to defend
it
myself.
might be. You don't have to defend yourself at all. It might be back. Look, it might be back.
I love
No,
those people.
Russell Westbrook fans were definitely
I'm one
down
of them.
bad. They were down bad when Russ was a Laker, but I mean, ever
Yeah.
since he left OKC,
Yeah, it's
you
been
had to
weird.
get pretty. I mean, well, actually, I enjoyed his run in Houston. I
Houston
enjoyed
was
his
cool.
run.
DC stunk,
Oh, you sucked
but
my dick. He brought
he
y'all.
did his thing.
He brought y'all a playoff appearance.
Don't yell at me,
He
dude.
averaged a triple double that season.
Don't yell at me, dude. I don't
Bradley
watch.
Beal. Bradley Beal was like 0.1 point away from being the scoring leader that year.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a great. That was a great,
No,
great
it
season
was a great year.
for a Wizard. For any Wizards fan,
That was the last good Wizards year.
they're
That's for sure.
lying if they say they didn't enjoy that season.
Agreed. Very much agreed. I wish that I was like. I'm a Wizards fan. I'm less of like an NBA fan. You know.
Are you a Wizards fan?
I don't know.
I
Honestly, at
feel
this
like you're
point,
more of an NBA fan than a Wizards fan.
I'm going to be completely honest. That's very true. I was
Yeah.
trying to help out my Wizards team.
To be completely
But no,
honest,
the NBA is the only, because everyone else does it. The NBA is the only team where it's like, I can say fuck it to my own city because my
yeah.
team sucks. At the moment, I'm a Zion fan. So right now, I'm a Pelly's fan.
See, but that's the thing. Like, and I also have like, there's I have like levels of like like fandom. Like right now, like I got like the young guys I like. Like I like Ant and Ja.
Yes,
Those are like my young guys.
my
And then
young
you got
guys.
like
Yeah.
the guys in the area of like Jason Tatum, who I've been hyping up for years now, and it's like the clock's kind of ticking on him.
So like garbage.
And then like I got like my favorite
Like,
players of all time, like Russ and Jimmy, where it's like, you know, at the end of
yeah,
the day, those are the teams I'm gonna like want to
those are the
see
guys you
win.
grew up watching.
Yeah. But there's definitely levels to it. And now that, and I never really had a team. I mean, I came into it obviously just supporting OKC for a very long time. But then
Mhm.
once Russ left, it was not hard for me to never support OKC again. Like,
Exactly.
and I
Yeah.
knew I was never like,
But I'm gonna be. I mean, honestly, most fans like outside of Utah don't care about like their team. They're
most
watching
most
like the
people,
Utah Jazz ride hard for the Utah Jazz
they definitely do.
because they kind of have to. Utah rides together no matter what.
I feel like
They
there's
never stop.
certain. I mean, like you got Knicks fans, you got Lakers fans, you got. There's definitely
Sure,
pockets where there's loyal
there's a
fans.
few,
Um,
but
but
rarely is it location based like other sports.
also, I mean, I don't know. Like you ask most people I ask like who's your favorite basketball team? It's oh I'm a blah 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 fan, a player.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah.
player's name. It's the same
Someone's
thing.
got a caveat. No one's ever like, yeah. Originally, I was from Houston, and then I moved to Minnesota when I was young. So I'm kind of a Timberwolves fan. It's like, no, you're not. You're not a Timberwolves fan.
Well, my dad was a Timberwolves fan, so
It's like, no, he wasn't.
I kind
Like
of
people do that with the NFL,
yeah.
where it's like, I lived in New York for a little bit, so I'm a Jets fan, and
People
but
do that. They do, but then
no
basketball,
one does that in the NBA.
yeah,
They're
fuck
like,
that.
yeah, I've been watching the fucking Lakers recently. That was pretty fucking good right now. That seems nice.
But you know what I don't like about the NBA?
A lot.
How
Fucking everything.
stupid Adam Silver is, Devin.
No
Um,
shit.
Adam Silver came
I
out.
think he's more scary than he is stupid.
So we didn't talk about so Toronto Raptors Jonte Porter, his whole gambling thing,
Uh,
where he's getting accused of betting the unders on himself
are you serious?
and playing like shit on purpose.
But that's got to be the doggone smartest thing I've ever heard of in my
It's
life.
also
You're
hilarious.
an NBA player, and you're like, I'm not going to be here for very long. I stink. Smashing
Dude,
unders. That's
smash the
awesome,
under.
dude.
Just smash the under. But there's there's clips of like him like just like missing layups and doing all this, and they're like, oh, this guy. But that's the thing.
Damn, dude.
It's like, is this a really, really, really good lie / coincidence, or is he
Is
betting
this
the
guy
under?
smarter than we think he is? And this
Now,
guy purposely playing bad.
I already think like, okay, there's two things about this. Betting on yourself and then playing like shit, definitely against that.
Yeah.
If you have like a DraftKings account and you, let's say, bet on other games or this or that, I personally don't really see the reason for maybe Calvin Ridley getting a full season
Well, that was the
ban.
said example.
But no, I'm saying like I don't like. I think these two like those two scenarios are wildly different, and I feel like you can have an
Yeah.
opinion in the middle where it's like that shouldn't be allowed, but that's a little too far.
Yes. Like
Adams,
betting on yourself beyond
yeah, and
fucked up.
honestly, if you bet the over on yourself, no, that's
That's a
still
different story,
no.
though.
I'm still against that because then you're probably chucking. You're
That
probably
is true.
you're playing
Well,
for
if your
yourself.
name is Deontay Porter or whatever the fuck his name is, I don't think he's getting the ball that much enough to chuck it up.
Jonte Porter,
Who does he play for?
Toronto.
No one
But
cares.
like, that's what I'm saying.
Scoot?
The Raptors don't have
What?
shit
Oh,
going on.
what? Whoa, what? You're fucking looking. You're making Scoot's team look bad.
Yeah,
Scoot looks worse than anybody on the fucking planet after the All Star break.
Adam Silver came out and said he'll
Scoot looked
be.
like sketch.
Adam Silver came out and said that he will be permanently banned if it comes out that it is true. Permanently banned.
I think that's fair.
It's fair.
I mean, if you have explicit evidence of this guy betting on himself, changing the outcomes of basketball games, yeah.
What if you had explicit evidence of a player with an underage girl?
What does that have to do with anything? Why would anyone care?
Isn't that like weird how that gets like completely?
No, he was Australian. Doesn't matter. That's a different country. Who cares? The FBI didn't say he did anything wrong.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, but God forbid you fucking you wrong the NBA just the slightest, and now you're gone.
I love how you can't bet the under on yourself, but you're allowed to tank because the
You're
Raptors.
allowed, but you're allowed to tag the under on yourself,
The
dude.
Raptors definitely weren't trying
What are we doing?
to tag the under. But
We're not doing
the
that.
Raptors weren't trying to win this season.
No, dude.
You don't think there was a point where he was like, I mean, we're not trying to win anyways. He starts smashing the under like that's
exactly.
But no, I just think it's super ironic. Adam,
but even if
Silver.
he just bet, he threw in a parlay. He was like, "Yeah, we're losing today," because they said we were losing.
Yeah,
Because my coach said, "Hey, guess what? We're going to lose the game.
Yeah, I mean,
you just can't profit off of it.
Yeah, and
you just can't profit off of it.
That's like super hypothetical conspiracy theory level.
No,
but
it's not.
It's not,
dude.
honestly.
All right, tanking is real. Everyone's talked about it. Teams talk about it. Tanking in all sports is very real.
Oh,
they have anti-tanking like rules. They're like, hey, stop.
Yeah, I mean the whole like load management, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to not be as good as you can be. I don't care how mediocre it will be. Like, go do it.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Josh Giddey completely fine, safe, nothing wrong with him. You know why? Because OKC's third seed.
Yep.
Nice young team in the making.
Yep.
But
I'm trying to think of like NBA players who have done things that are bad.
Karl Malone.
All right.
I mean, what?
No, it's a perfect example.
Say I'm trying to think of NBA players that have done something bad.
No, and that's a perfect example.
I mean, shout out to the NBA. It's a shorter list than the NFL, but like for starters,
there's less guys.
For starters, Karl Malone.
There's less guys.
I would say Karl Malone.
But yes.
And then
but also in the NFL, like no one has received a year ban.
Calvin Ridley.
No one who has fucking beat their wife.
Are you sure?
Well, some guys. All right, never mind.
Some guys have never seen the field again.
Some guys have been kicked out of the league.
Some
that
guys
is true.
Been blackballed.
Blackballing is different. No one has been suspended forever.
No. Ray Rice definitely was blackballed out of the NFL.
He was blackballed. It wasn't a suspension.
But permanently banned, blackballed.
That is true. Greg Hardy.
All 32 teams came together to not.
What did Greg Hardy get? Greg Hardy got a UFC fucking
Greg Hardy
contract. That's what he got.
And that's Dana White. Dana fucking White, dude.
Yeah, dude. Well, Dana White's for it, dude. He does it. You can't rag on the things that you practice.
Oh, and I loosely follow the UFC. Like all the stuff about like John Jones. Like what did Dana say or do about any of that?
He praised him.
Okay, no. He didn't say like I'm glad he beat up.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that the things that he did were good. He said we're not going to talk about the bad things he did. We're going to talk about how good of a fighter he is, because he's the best fighter there ever was.
Oh, okay.
That's what he does. And then he slapped his wife twice, hard.
I don't
on
know.
Camera.
Adam Silver is just a fucking moron. That's all I had to say about that. I don't know. I saw that.
Adam Silver's a little sleazebag.
And I had to say, I had to get it off my chest because for some reason I can't stand the fact that Josh Giddey gets to go play in the playoffs this year, and then be a weirdo after the season or during. Caleb Williams, ESPN reporter came out and said Caleb Williams, I don't know, something about he might not succeed because he hasn't faced adversity. What do you think? Do you think Caleb Williams has faced adversity in sports? Like not the textbook definition of adversity, but like when we talk about diversity. I'm hilarious.
Diversity is different.
Diversity, sure, plenty of that. When we talk about adversity,
yes.
Has he faced it?
Well, if we're gonna ask, I don't have a direct answer for that. But if we're going to ask that question, what's the benchmark? Have we ever asked that question for anybody else? Like are we going to take Jane Daniels and go, hey, you might be the second pick in the draft. Have you faced adversity? Or did you just have a decent career at LSU?
See, okay, I think this.
It's like I know we rag on Caleb Williams. I don't know how adversity kind of rolls into this.
The same way that, like, okay, the same way when you talk about like an NFL player that might not be so good, he might not be that good at football compared to other NFL football players.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say like compared to other football players might not be that good. Mm-hmm. So in terms of on average what an NFL player might consider adversity, that's what I'm looking at is like, have you faced that? And to be honest with you, I don't know what that is, what the average amount of adversity really is.
I mean, I know I'm not trying to defend him.
No, I'm not. Defend what you want. I'm do it.
I know he's talked his game. He's talked his shit. He's done his things, whatever. He also released that tweet, which was honestly terrible for his case.
We're going to talk about it. That's
or Instagram or whatever the hell that was. But
that's why we're here.
But I think any form of being a college athlete at that level, playing in a top tier program, is kind of adverse. It's not easy.
But that's to me that's the same.
But there's a lot of guys who have played college ball who have not faced the same scrutiny. There are a lot of guys who have had worse careers in college who have been praised higher.
Like that to me though.
It's like Max Duggan or Bo Nix. Bo Nix has played college football for 6 years.
Saying that
who talks shit about him?
Saying that a college football player faces adversity because he's a college football player, to me, is like saying a college football player is good enough to play football because he's a college football player. It's like, yeah.
I'm not saying that because he plays college football, it's adversity. I'm saying, how is his situation different, and how is someone else's situation more adverse than Caleb Williams? Like, what would make
I mean, I'm not
Michael Penix
necessarily.
situation?
I'm not saying there's many. I'm not saying there's a bunch of examples of people who have faced more adversity. It's just the lack of the lack thereof
Sure,
of. I don't know how much adversity there really is.
sure.
Caleb gave us a list. He gave us a list of his adversity.
Now this is where my problem is. Also, just to cut you off real quick, saw a list. Tim Tebow was atop the list of most loved college football players.
Of course.
I thought it was hate, but it's love.
I mean, me personally,
There's both.
I have heard a lot. I've heard the worst things people could say about Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
So I would like to. I'd like to believe he could be the most loved, but a
The
lot of
list I saw, but you can't be loved without being hated.
you can't be loved without being hated. But he gave us a
I don't know
list.
what that means. That got weird. The fuck does that even mean?
But okay,
My dog loves me.
Caleb Williams. He said him popping his hammy and then losing a championship game was facing adversity.
Also, he stayed in the game.
Him not starting his freshman year.
But no, he played. He finished the Utah game.
Devin, he didn't start his freshman year.
Doc, he wrote "fuck Utah" on his fingernails. You can't say that and then go and get blown out 54-14 or whatever the fuck it was.
Bro, he said him not starting in college his freshman year was adversity.
Dude, you're at USC.
That's like saying for any college freshman, they're facing like the most adversity. No, you know what's more adversity? Being a fucking starter as a freshman. That's probably like way more adversity.
That's harder, yes.
Oh, and then he went 7-5 last year.
Yeah, no, that's called being bad.
So
like that's not adversity.
So
Sure. At least he gave a reason for losing that Pac-12 championship. He popped his hammy. What the fuck did you go 7-5 for?
But also, like, to me, like, if it was adversity, all of those reasons would be valid. Like, valid reasons for adversity if he still wasn't getting the most hype in the world.
Yes.
And wasn't the obvious number one pick. Like, what if
exactly
you are, like, you have no pressure going like on draft day. Like, you're going number one. Like,
yes.
Like, if anything, like you got more adversity just to not be so excited. Like that. Yeah. That's really the most. Like to me,
like you don't have to tell us that you're having a hard time. Like you're supposed to be the guy who's having the easiest time doing all of this.
It's just the like I said, I'm not gonna say he doesn't face any adversity, but I don't know. Like I would have to go back and look at other college quarterbacks, and I'm like, yeah, no, like there are quarterbacks that maybe there's a quarterback on my shirt that was getting called other positions coming into the NFL. To me, that's a lot more adversity than being the obvious number one pick.
Yeah,
like
Lamar, like Caleb won Heisman last year.
Mm-hmm.
That gave me a flashback. Caleb won Heisman last year, is coming into this year off a bad season and is still projected number one. Lamar won his sophomore year, the Heisman, had a good year the next year, and then got drafted 32nd?
32nd.
32nd, the last pick.
Yeah.
So, Caleb's in a fucking phenomenal spot. He's got nothing to complain about. If he wants to go play another year in college and finish his fucking year or whatever the fuck, finish his fucking college career, go right ahead. Don't care.
Call me crazy, but like I think like, and him and his father is doing it to him.
Uh-huh.
Shador has more adversity. Like like with the with no with
Shador has more pressure. Yes,
the pressure adversity. I think they're very.
that's kind of what we're
I think
talking
they're
about.
hand to hand. It's like
That's what we're talking about. Yeah.
if it's like if you haven't faced pressure, you haven't faced adversity. Either way, like speaking of Dion, I want to bring Dion. Dion has something to do with Caleb Williams, and he is. There's something about Dion and the weather. Dion doesn't understand the weather at all. He says that he doesn't think Caleb will succeed because Chicago is cold. He said he was like,
And yeah, he does want his kids to go and play.
well, yeah, he already said he wants to, he wants Shador to play somewhere warm, and that it doesn't get cold until the season ends in Colorado. Okay,
I'm gonna be completely honest. New England or Boston or Foxborough is more north than Chicago.
okay, that's funny that you say that. I have a couple other examples.
Brett Favre, maybe.
I mean, we've been watching the Chiefs build a dynasty, playing in some of the coldest playoff games we've seen
Ever. Well, people got frostbite from that playoff game.
Patrick came from Texas Tech, pretty warm.
Pretty warm.
It's pretty warm there. The 18-1 Patriots must have been pretty warm that year in 2007. When
like 16-0.
I was really hot in 07. And when
it must have been blaringly hot.
Like it was a weird year.
Yeah.
Like it was a solar eclipse all year, and the Rays were just.
And then there was that game in the snow against Tennessee when it was 56-0 Patriots. That's weird. How weird is that?
Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. I mean, definitely threw a lot of warm footballs in Green Bay.
Jim Kelly, maybe 4 straight Super Bowls playing in one of the coldest places there is.
Easy, but yeah, it's like you got Aaron Rodgers being fresh out of Cali. Also Tom Brady, don't forget that.
No, that was the first guy.
Which
brother.
I mean, technically Michigan, but Tom Brady grew up throwing a football in warm
Palo Alto or whatever the fuck he's from.
And same thing as Aaron Rodgers, and then he goes to Green Bay and still is able to throw some of the most beautiful balls we've ever seen.
Why we're talking about weather when it comes to football? If anything, playing in a cold place helps.
I'll say if you're
being used to a cold place.
If you're used to it. Now, if you're the Dolphins, you might struggle. But
or if you're anybody and then you're playing a day game in Miami, when they make sure that the sideline is as hot as possible.
Yeah, because
the sun is shining direct. Yeah, that's fair. Let's make it 120 on their sideline and 85 on ours.
Let's give fans heat exhaustion, but
exactly.
But, which I'm not saying fuck the people that got frostbite. Like I'm saying we should protect people from frostbite, protect people from sunburn.
Because it was a big deal when it was too fucking cold outside.
Yeah, but if
they're playing Buffalo,
the Dolphins make it scorching hot, have a blast. Do whatever you want to do.
Who cares?
Peyton Manning, half a neck left, went and threw for 5,000 yards in Denver.
Yeah.
But then you got nice.
Well, you also have Deion Sanders, who is currently in Boulder, Colorado.
That's true, but then you have nice warm places. What's the running joke of the NFL? How bad Dallas is, and how much how not successful they have been, unsuccessful they've been.
They got 5.
Pretty nice warm air conditioned stadium, or pretty nice air conditioned stadium in Texas. Warm in Texas. Miami.
How many Super Bowls do they have? 5.
5 Adam Johnson.
Who has 6? Pats.
Steelers.
5. Cowboys, Niners.
But Miami, Tampa, Jacksonville. Hot ass Florida. They really run the league in hot.
In terms of being hot, yes.
No. I'm saying they're really, really good because they're in warm cities, right, Devin?
Oh no.
No.
Actually, no.
They're not. Because it doesn't fucking matter.
Since
you go to any other
2020 before that 02.
That fucking logic. It's like, yeah, well, in that case, so Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr should have no problems in their domes next season. Like,
Well, Kirk wasn't a dome,
absolute. Well,
but
okay, but that's what I'm saying. So Kirk was only good because he was in a dome.
yeah,
That's the only
exactly
reason.
because
Kirk.
it's warmer than the
That's
dome.
the only reason he went to Atlanta because he can't play in the cold. He has to play in an air
Or the
condition.
heat.
He has to play in an air
He
condition.
can't play in either.
He has to play in
Actually,
an air conditioned environment. But no,
it,
I don't. The weather.
if Caleb doesn't succeed, it could either be his fault or it could be the Bears organization. Both of those are by far the most plausible things that are possible. But the weather will be, in my opinion, an absolute non-factor.
I would like to believe that no matter what scrutiny we've given Caleb Williams, that he's gonna be good enough to handle the cold in Chicago.
Does nail polish help with like freezing fingers?
Maybe if you do like hot or like a
What if you put icy hot on your nails?
yeah like
Yeah,
icy
yeah.
hot, like so it like keeps your fingertips warm. He might see he might know
Ooh,
something
ooh.
we don't.
What if you like put what's that stuff from the hand warmers? You put that on your fingernails
There you go.
and then you gel coat over it.
I
Whatever that means.
I don't know. Deion Sanders, I hope he's a weatherman one day. It's gonna be cold. Don't go
That would be
outside.
hey,
Anytime
hey,
it's cold.
it's gonna be cold.
Wow, is Ollie Williams from Family Guy just Deion Sanders?
Damn,
That's
dude.
just what it is. It's
Damn,
cold.
dude.
No, but
Excuse me, it's cold. My toe fell off because it was so damn
no,
cold.
no,
No. Three of them. Three of my
no,
toes fell off.
no. Bills GM. He said no rebuild, and that the Bills are going to be and I quote, a damn good team next year.
Yeah, damn good. No one knows what that means.
Have we acknowledged the fact that like the Bills might be like a disaster next season?
Kinda, but I don't know if they'll be a disaster. I really hope not. And this quite honestly might show us like, is it the quarterback or is it receiver talent, offensive talent in general?
See, but I think this will be a season like, hey, we know Justin Herbert's really good. The Chargers aren't winning shit.
Yeah.
They're not even making the playoffs. And
I mean, yeah, Justin couldn't win even when he had a few pieces.
I won't be surprised if next season it's Josh Allen, he's really good. He still can sling that bitch. But the Bills just aren't good enough to make the playoffs.
6-11.
He's working with Curtis Samuel, Matt Collins, Dawson Knox. I mean, James Cook is going to have to be a top 3 running back next year. And Josh Allen is going to have like his MVP season. Like actually win the MVP.
Who's their other tight end? It's Dawson and Kincaid. Dalton Kincaid.
I don't know.
Who's the rookie who's better than Dawson Knox?
I don't fucking know. But yeah, damn good team next year. No rebuild. See, the team's gutted.
That's scary.
The team's gutted. So I think like if they make any move that is like, see, but like, okay.
I mean, I think they're saying, hey, we've got a good enough team right now to maybe sneak into the playoffs.
See, I think
what we don't have is where we need to be.
I think saying no rebuild and plan, like no plan to have a rebuild, is a sneaky way to say like we're not tanking.
Yes.
It's a sneaky way to be like, look, I know, like, we might not be amazing next year.
But we're not a 4-win team.
But like we're not tanking. Like, because to me, I think maybe people look at rebuilding as like a complete rebuild. But like no, like you guys definitely need to renovate.
Rework, yeah.
Yeah, like y'all need to do some work.
Y'all need to refinance y'all's fucking
y'all need to
condo.
Y'all need to do some work on it. Y'all need to do some work on
y'all need some upgrades.
All right, can we talk about Terrell Suggs?
Real quick,
What's up?
it's Masters Week, Mikey.
I was gonna ask you later on, but sure. What's up?
Never mind. No,
I
nope.
was
We'll
sure.
wait till
Yeah,
then.
yeah, that was
Terrell Suggs, T-sizzle, dude.
Terrell Suggs, Devin.
That coffee is sizzling hot.
I was really disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you disappointed or excited?
No, I was super disappointed. He's one. He was one of
Yeah.
my favorite players.
What is funny is that that he came out to the Ravens Stadium during the AFC Championship. It's like he just won a Super Bowl with the Chiefs,
Yeah, he did,
and he
which
was
is
like
fine.
Ravens.
I don't care. I mean, it's like that's
But
like
no,
me.
he played with y'all for what, 15 years?
Something around that time. But he was with us forever. I love Terrell Suggs.
No, he's a beast. He's awesome.
And it just like it's like, all right. If for anybody that doesn't know what we're fucking talking about, Terrell Suggs apparently got arrested because of an
Let me see if there's
incident.
anything.
An incident. You can pull up the quotes for me, but there was an incident at a Starbucks where he pulled up in the drive-through, went too far, which I feel like we've all maybe done that once or twice.
Drive-throughs are hard, dude.
And he backs up and bumps the car behind him.
Yeah.
No damage, apparently, like nothing wrong. But then obviously, like I could see, there was a scenario that unfolded where there was a verbal altercation.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. I could, a lot of people probably get angry when their car gets hit, and a lot of people get defensive. Hey, fuck off. Back, you saw me backing up. You saw the lights, or what? I don't know. Like, in either way, it's kind of his fault. But this is where things take a turn. Apparently, he starts threatening him, calling him a pussy, calling him a cracker, which is like, damn, Suggs. Like, hey, why? I mean, fuck, like,
Don't do that to Flacco.
kind of. I was like, damn, like here's the
You don't have to throw that one in
like
there,
you
dude.
could have just like here's the thing. Like Terrell Suggs is like what? Like 6'4", 260, 6'3", 260. Like
He's a fucking huge ass
like
dude.
you say you're gonna beat him up, just beat him up. You know what you shouldn't do? Call him a cracker, flash a gun, and then drive away. Because that makes you look like a big ass bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Fair.
Especially in the Starbucks drive-through.
That really sucks.
You're in the
I mean, Bojangles, go for it. Flash your gun. Starbucks,
yeah, a
someone's calling the
Waffle
cops.
House.
Waffle House,
Shit, a Denny's.
Hardee's,
Honestly, a
Carl's
Denny's.
Jr.,
Like a Denny's. You could flash the gun in a
Del
Denny's.
Taco.
But
You can flash your gun in any other drive-through.
you flash your gun at a Starbucks.
A Jack in the Box, sure, why not?
A Starbucks?
But a Starbucks? Come on, dude.
Come on, man. You can't.
Even a Dunkin' Nuts.
Oh no, dude.
Whip your bitch out.
Dude. You can order Starbucks with your gun, or you can order Dunkin' Donuts with your gun.
You can order Dunkin' Nuts.
I want the chocolate frosted with the sprinkles.
Give me 4 sour creams.
What's that drink right there? Like, I mean, you can point your gun at Dunkin' Donuts all you want. But
easy, dude. No one's faced.
Starbucks?
Dude, someone's coming for your life. These people have lawyers, dude.
Yeah.
These people know what suing means.
Terrell Suggs is an idiot.
Well, Terrell said that I was in a quiet area of Scottsdale in the middle of the day in a Starbucks drive-thru. I wasn't looking for any trouble. An incident happened with a vehicle behind me. The man in the vehicle escalated the situation. Terrell Suggs said he feared for his safety. This guy's massive. This guy's the best one of the best defensive players in Ravens history, which is hard to fucking be. And then he said he felt like he was in danger, so he pulled out his gun and called him a pussy and a cracker. What else are you supposed to do when you fucking feel scared?
Dude, what else you do when you're scared but pull a gun and yell racial slurs? I mean, fuck, dude.
What are you gonna do?
What else are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Like,
What? It's not like you're in a car and you can drive away.
It's like, okay, not looking. Okay, here's the thing: if they escalate the situation, I get it, and I also
Sure.
like. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not the best with like handling emotions. Like I could see someone
Sure.
escalating a situation. Thank you.
Yeah.
If someone escalated a situation, like I could definitely turn up, but it's like I don't know, going like really hateful. I don't know. To me, like me personally, like I'm a like I don't know. Like I'm gonna go for like the situation at hand. Like it's
Yes.
like first things first.
If you're causing problems here,
I'm looking at the whole situation from like the start. Like I probably wouldn't have driven past the speaker. If I
sure.
did, I would have like been like,
Looked,
"Yo,
stuck my head out the window,
I got
thrown a hand.
like I'm
Get up.
imagining 99% of the time, like that person, unless they were like sleeping or on their phone. I mean, they probably would have been like and backed up. Like, I mean, it's like it's common courtesy. I know not a lot of
But to
people
drive
would do it,
past
but
and just skirt,
but
throw it in,
I
throw
don't
it in
know.
reverse.
It was a weird thing to see. You know, one of my favorite players and being that guy. I think is he on the wall? Is he on the wall? I don't know.
He's if he's not on this wall, he's been on a wall at some point.
He's been on the wall. I think he's in the Super Bowl 47 picture somewhere, but he's definitely been on the wall at certain different walls at
Of
some
course.
points. And I think it, you know, I'll have a new wall. I'm getting a new spot soon. So
Do you take T Sizzle off?
there's no guarantee that
They're one
I'm
of the
not
best
gonna
ratings of
take
all
him
time.
off. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna take him off. I don't think I will.
Maybe, all right. Maybe a little suspension. Maybe a little break.
I will say this. I would
Maybe
like to
suspend
think.
him for 4 games.
I would like to think that when I was a younger child and I handed my football to Terrell Suggs and he signed it, he wasn't thinking, "Stupid fucking little cracker. Here's your football."
That would be
That's
nice
what
if
I'd
he
like.
was.
That's what I would like
Maybe it
to
was a
think.
heat of the moment type of deal.
Because
Sometimes when you have to, you're pissed off. You let the word rip. You know.
I remember being like, "Holy shit, Terrell Suggs! Like, damn, this is tough."
Yeah, that's
And
dope.
I'm just hoping maybe it was reciprocated. He was just like, "Hey, a fan, that's tough." Not fuck this cracker. That's just what I hope. It's just that's just all I'm hoping for, Devin.
Agreed. Yeah.
So this next topic, Devin, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I got you.
We talked about it before. We were like, should we talk about it? And I figured the reason, like,
We could do what all other media outlets have done. All other neutral media outlets like ESPN,
okay,
where they go, O.J. Simpson died last night from cancer.
76 years old,
He was 76 years old.
2,000-yard season.
No, that is the end of our
No,
segment.
no. They definitely started listing his accolades when it came to sports.
Did they?
Yeah,
All I saw was they're like, he died.
and I'm not gonna lie. We make jokes. You make jokes like you like I will say like the same way like the same like we bring up a lot of people because like we just think it's funny. Like the same
Yes.
way we bring up Jameis Winston, we've never brought up Jameis Winston in the sense of like, did you see his game his performance
Well,
yesterday?
the only time we did that was when he fucking ran victory and ran into the end zone.
Like
Like it's never anything like, wow, look at that fucking throw James made.
I'll say no matter what side you were on, if you thought like you thought he was a terrible person and you hated him. I would like to think that in some weird way he brought us some type of joy. Like we would bring him up and we'd laugh, like oh Jason, that's funny, and it's like
It's weird that you say it like that. I've never thought of it that
bro,
way.
I wasn't around when that was going on.
No.
I had to like grow up and then one day learn about it. You know?
Yes.
It's like
yeah. But at the same time, it's like everyone throws shit at everybody for conspiracy theories. We don't know that any of that happened. And then, but the whole world is in agreement that that did happen.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And
maybe.
and
I don't know.
look, and it happened. It happened. It happened. I don't. I
Probably.
look,
But I don't know that.
The thing is,
I don't know.
here's my thing. As a WWE fan, I have to hear, and this has nothing to do. No, hold on. I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm trying to think of what.
I'm going
Okay.
somewhere very simple with this, and it should be easy
Okay.
to get to. You'll
Yeah.
trust me. You'll understand in a second. I have to hear people, and I just recently had to hear somebody praise Chris Benoit for what he did in the WWE. Now, he's clear cut piece of shit human being. Did what he did, and to be honest with you, that's the type of guy where it's like, no, like I don't like.
No,
Like,
I'm not talking about
when you found out
his
he
accolades
died.
yet.
Once you found everything out, it was like,
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Chris Benoit died.
He died.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what that is.
Now, if OJ had done it to himself, we'd look at him different.
It would have been looked at different for sure. But you know what
Well,
that man did? That man took it to the grave, Devin.
He didn't say a word.
That man took it to
Well,
the
he also
absolute
realized, I'm assuming, that that he wouldn't have profited off of telling the truth at this point in his life.
I mean, he would have made like one huge profit.
Well, he wouldn't have been alive to see it.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah. If you're saying since he knew this was gonna happen, yeah, I guess yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I would have. I think it's better that he didn't.
No, I think that there's definitely a journal somewhere.
All right, but here's what I'll say: the people who do know what happened. There are people who do know what happened, who are not named O.J. Simpson.
I think they're the other people that know are dead.
They might be dead. Robert Kardashian is dead.
No, I meant the people he murdered, but
no, those people are dead.
Yeah.
But the lawyers,
or sorry, the people who were murdered, because we don't know who did it. I mean,
yeah, you said the people. What are you doing accusing this man, dude? There's no double jeopardy.
I'm sorry.
Don't double jeopardize my man.
I'm sorry.
Hello, Twitter world.
Like, come on, bro. Like, that is funny as shit. Bro.
That's funny as shit, dude.
Bro, no. Like,
you hop out of prison,
dude.
You're like,
when I went back
and Twitter world.
Fuck, I went back and watched our clip of when he was.
He doesn't even know what a tweeter is, dude.
He was talking about Henry Ruggs. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, he's like, things aren't adding up.
Things don't make no sense over here.
It's like, OJ is like, that's funny that you say that, but
that's weird.
OJ, it caught me off guard, and I got like 5 notifications in a row from like different apps and sources, like boom, 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 and I was like,
yeah,
holy shit, like, and I will say the same way where I was like, he kind of brought us like comedic relief and joy when there were multiple people when I told them, they were like, damn, OJ was nice as shit. Like this was older people I was talking to. They were like, man, he was the man. They were like, what was that, 1972 when he blah blah blah? And I was like, yeah.
OJ was
sure. We'll talk about that.
Groundbreaker in terms of football, and he was starring in movies. The guy was in not starring. He was in some fucking The Naked Gun or whatever those movies are called.
Yeah,
never seen any of them. But he was a star. He was a big guy.
He was I mean, he was the juice. He was, and when that all happened,
that's one of the top tier nicknames.
Yeah, that's top.
Fucking
top
such
5.
a good.
Yeah, top.
The juice.
That's top 5.
Or juice, and dude, it's phenomenal.
Let's talk about some. Let's talk some NBA, because the playoffs, they aren't here, but they're here. Like, we know who's gonna be in them.
Yeah,
we know who's gonna be in the play-ins. We know most who's gonna be in the play-ins. Most is going to be in the
Well, we know
playoffs.
who. Yeah, we know who's in the play-ins in the West.
Like I just finished, Phoenix and Sacramento were just playing. But okay, so like a couple things we got. New Orleans. So that's the game I actually want to check right now.
Yeah, New Orleans is borderline.
There was
and they had to play two of the teams.
If they
have to play the Lakers and the Warriors.
So they played the Warriors today.
Did they beat them? Looks like they're winning.
Let me go see.
Let's go.
Okay, so they clinched the 6th seed.
Did they actually?
So yeah, I read if they win that game, they clinch the 6th seed.
Come on, boys.
So
Zion.
Now, maybe that's not 100%, but from what I read, they clinched the 6th seed.
I would imagine they did
with that win. So they don't seems like they won't have to worry about play-ins,
which is sick.
And I guess what if so? Okay, let's look at it. If they say they clinched this 6th seed, they will be looking at they'd be matched up against oh shit, I'm on the there we go. Let me go down. They would be matched up against they'd be matched up against the Denver Nuggets right now, Devin. Because right now the Nuggets are 3rd. The Nuggets lost to the Spurs tonight after being up like 20-some points. The Nuggets have dropped to the 3rd seed as of right now.
How does this work?
The Nuggets would be having to play the Pelicans in the first round. And I hate to break it to you, Devin.
Because there will be 8 teams, and the 1 and 2 will play the 7 and 8.
Yeah. I thought you were being sarcastic when you said, "How does this work?"
No, I was trying to figure out because the playing stuff makes it weird. I was trying to figure out what
6 and 3 are going to play each other. Yeah. Which I'm not gonna lie to you, Devin. I'm not gonna.
They're gonna get pissed on. They're gonna get pissed shit poopy on.
No, I'm not even like I'm not a Zion hater. I'm not trying to shit on your.
No. I'm right there with it. They're not ready. They're not a team that's ready to take on Jokic and them boys. They're just not. It's just not what it is.
Denver's gonna do that. Denver's
gonna fuck them up.
But things could change in these next couple of games. The next 2 games. It's a tight race. 3 teams, 56 and 25 right now in the West. Thunder number 1, Timberwolves number 2, Nuggets number 3. It's gonna come down to the wire. We'll know by Monday.
What's weird is that this thing says clinched playoff position. Okay, so yeah, they're in the playoff position. Okay, whatever that means. It says the Clippers and the Mavs clinched their division.
Your frame's all. What do you?
I had to move my phone. I'm sorry.
You're good.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna do a damn thing.
Exactly. But, reach through my phone, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Try me, bitch.
And then the play-ins for the West, Devin. The play-ins, like right now, if there were play-ins, it would be Suns, Lakers, Kings, Warriors. And it seems like those are going to be the 4 teams. We just don't know exactly what the matchups are going to be. I will say, I would like the playoffs to look like how they look now, and the Suns and Lakers be in the playoffs rather than the Kings and the Warriors. And that's far from just like my random hatred for the Warriors this season, but it's like I would rather watch the Suns and the Lakers play than the Kings and the Warriors. I'm sorry. It's just what I'd rather see.
Agreed. No, agreed.
But the West plans are going to be super entertaining. I'm really looking forward to that. But it looks like 4 and 5. We talked about Clippers and Mavs are locked in. It seems like the Pelicans are locked in. 1 through 3, super tight race. The Nuggets shit the bed, losing to the Spurs. I mean, big. They got one game left. They got 1 game left.
Really?
Yeah, they all got 1 game left. So, Devin,
56 and 25. Yeah, that's 81.
This is really coming down to the wire. So, I guess what I'm looking at right now is if they all won, it would be the same.
Yeah.
So Minnesota needs Thunder to lose, and the Nuggets, it doesn't matter if the Nuggets win because they're above them with the same record. So the Timberwolves need Thunder to lose. Nuggets need Timberwolves and Thunder to lose. Thunder just needs to win.
Well, the Nuggets have to win. If the Nuggets want the 1 seed, they need both
They need 1 and 2 to
Thunder.
lose, and 3, and they need to win.
They need to win.
Timberwolves need 1 to win, which is Thunder, and the Thunder just have to win.
The Thunder have to
So
win, which the Thunder winning the West is shocking.
let's look at it, Devin. The Thunder play the Mavs. Now you got to remember, they're locked in. The Mavs are locked in. They could.
So the Mavs are gonna sit them boys.
They could take it easy.
The Mavs have no. I mean, they should have no feeling toward playing. They should not play.
But you got to think there's you got to think there's a perspective somewhere in that locker room for the Thunder where it's like, look, I know we want this number 1 seed, but we're not killing ourselves if it means we're going to risk our playoff run. Just if we got to be number 2, fuck it. Like they don't need to go out there and kill
I'm going to
themselves.
be honest, brother. I'm going to be honest. Whoever's in that 8 seed, whoever's in that 7 or 8 seed, I think that the 3 to 6 seeds got it better than the 1 and 2s.
In terms of and who they got to face?
You got to play the Lakers. You got to play the Lakers or the Suns.
Yeah. OKC at 1. It's gonna. I mean, I hate to
playing the Lakers.
I hate to have this take, but I feel like it's gonna be a shit show.
I know.
Like they are gonna.
Being 1, taking on the Lakers in 7. That's a fucking different world, dude. That's a young team.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I would rather be in the Clippers spot or the Mavs spot or in the Pelicans spot.
Now the Nuggets are 3rd.
The Nuggets should not be 3rd.
They get to play the Grizzlies. Timberwolves are playing the Suns.
No one's playing the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies are out. Right?
Well, no. The Nuggets are playing the Grizzlies in their final regular season game.
Oh, okay.
And the Timberwolves.
I was about to say
the Timberwolves are going to be playing the Suns in their final regular season game.
Yeah.
And then I guess looking over at the East, over in the East, it's a little, obviously not as exciting, but Celtics, Bucks, Knicks locked in. The Cavs locked the number 4 seed. The 76ers, they just got bumped into the playoffs and out of the play-in, so they're the 6th seed right now. After I forgot who they just beat, but Joel Embiid actually came down, left the game with getting his knee checked on. They beat the Magic, and then came back and he was fine. Came back, finished the game. He finished with let's get the
maybe his 3rd knee was hurting.
Let's get the numbers right. He came out. He was perfectly fine. He went for 32, 13, and 7. Perfectly fine. Which
it's a good game to me.
You know what is even in a who's even might be in a who might be in an even better position? Someone like the Sixers. They just got Joel back. He seems like he's perfectly fine. They're in the 6th seed. They will be playing the Knicks. Julius Randle out for the year. The Knicks are out first round, no matter who they're playing.
I mean, Brunson will try his heart out.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And
play
Josh Hart will play 48 minutes.
Sure.
Whatever, but what's crazy to me is still how it's the Magic are a 5 seed,
and I just don't care.
And you're gonna tell me they deserve that over? I mean, this is where record is like, damn.
And the same thing, and honestly,
yeah, y'all won some games early, probably.
And this kind of shows why the play-ins are at least to me I don't care, because the same thing for the West and the same thing for the West, same thing for the East. The teams at 7 and 8 are the teams I want to see in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Indiana 7, Miami at 8. I don't want to see Chicago or Atlanta in the playoffs.
No.
Now, honestly, I might rather watch Atlanta than Indiana. I'm not gonna lie. Just from a hooping standpoint, maybe just a little more entertainment. For Trey just came back, maybe a little interesting. But
the play-ins are cool, but in my opinion, I think that the team that is prepared, the team that is that should be there will be there. But also the Hawks are well below 500, and then the 8 seed is a good amount above 500.
Yeah.
There's a pretty big drop off.
But it's just even from 8 to 9, there's a 6-win drop off.
From 8 to 9, it's 6, and then from 9 to 10, it's 3.
Like, I mean, it's just it's kind of
Kind
wasted
of a
time.
lot.
But we're talking teams that are gonna be in the playoffs. Let's talk. I got some teams. I feel like we talked.
Let's talk golf.
We will. Don't worry. We talked a lot of. I mean, we've talked a lot of Bucks. I feel like we've talked a lot of Celtics. We talked a lot of Lakers. We've talked a lot. We talked about teams that have no chance at winning the finals this year. But I want to talk about some of these teams and how they can possibly win the finals this year. First team is Minnesota.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the reason being is Minnesota has quietly been on top. They just,
they get no press.
They just beat Atlanta and got I don't want to say lucky, but got super lucky with the Spurs beating the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just Cat. Now, Cat, he's been dealing with some minor injuries. He should be good for the playoffs, but I mean the composure Ant has at this age and the way he's.
Is Rudy still out there?
Say that again.
Rudy.
Yeah. Rudy's out there, which and I'll give it to him. If Rudy can lock in, Rudy. I mean, you don't want to meet Rudy at the rim. We give Rudy flack, but you don't want to meet Rudy at the rim. Cat and Rudy can lock in. Ant can take over. I really think like even at this early stage in his career, like I could see him being able to handle that pressure and taking over in the playoffs. Period.
He's a solid dude.
Just the dog in him. Like I think I don't know if this is the year, but
probably
not.
He's got a future. He's still young. What is he? 25.
I don't know if Ant's 25, dude. That might be too old. That's too old. I want to say 23.
He went to college.
I want to say he's 23, maybe.
Oh my god.
22, 23.
Bro's 22. Damn.
Yeah. He's not 20. Jason Tatum is like 25 or 26. Like,
dog, we look at Ant like he's some seasoned. At least I do.
See, but that's what I'm saying. These NBA
he's not on the same level. Bitch, this guy's younger than Zion. This guy's younger than Ja.
These guys,
and we're gonna look at him like he's some type of fucking guy who's not on their level.
But that's the thing. Tatum's 26. Ant's 22. I think Ant can handle as much pressure as Jason Tatum can.
Damn, Ja's 24. Ant is a dog.
Ant is an absolute dog.
Ant is a dog.
If there's any guy that's going to go get it when he's young, it's going to be Ant. I'm telling you right now, it is going to be
Let's go, dude. Fucking let's go.
This
no, dude. Yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm hyped up. This is sick. I thought he was older.
No.
The way he plays, the way he acts, the way he is, he's an older player.
You think so? You think so? Miami. It's a stretch. It's a stretch.
And to all young NBA fans, look up to this guy. This guy's not hanging out with P stars or flashing blickies. This guy's shooting hoops.
You just sound like Ron DeSantis right there.
I know.
Hey kids, look up to this guy. Don't be flashing blickies and hanging out with P stars. I mean, that was fantastic. That was great.
It's true.
Miami. It's a stretch, but the reason they are brought up is because the fuckers keep making it there. They keep having good playoff
for whatever reason. They're there,
and now this time around they got a healthy Hero. They're gonna have playoff Jimmy.
Well, Hero.
Well, I mean, Hero. They didn't have him last year. They didn't.
Sure.
They didn't have him.
Do they really have him this year?
Yeah, he's there. I mean, he's on the damn team. Are you watching basketball? He's not a bad basketball player. Yeah, I know.
Are you watching basketball?
Of course. I've been watching the Suns Kings game this whole damn time.
For real?
Yeah. But playoff Jimmy, Terry seems to be a lot more impactful than I thought he was going to be when the move was made. I was like,
I did enjoy that move. I thought that move was cool.
but my biggest thing, and it will always be this, and it's not going to be on him in like the media's eyes or when if Miami loses. It's Bam.
Yeah.
Bam's going to need to step up. Bam's going to have to
It's
be.
weird that we're still talking about him because last year we were like, this guy needs to fucking find a new role. They need another big man.
No, well, they just need a second star. Like if you are, I mean, if this is how, I mean, just the size he is and the
6'10",
limited
6'11".
skill set he has,
Yeah.
it's just not. He's just not fit to be the second option.
He's not. Well, I feel like
star.
he could be a second option if he wasn't like the premier defensive player on the team. If he wasn't the 6'10s, like he's their center.
Is Bam even 6'10"?
Bam's 6'10",
I mean,
6'9", 6'10".
Bam is,
He's their center.
I know. I'm
I
fully
think he's
aware.
6'9". I
Like,
think
yeah,
he's
I was gonna
LeBron
say, like
type.
he might like. That's the thing, like because
Yeah, he's 6'9".
like this small ball world, like he's too, and this is in comparison to other players, too small to not be talented enough with the ball in his hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Agreed.
I just
He's not a good enough scorer to sort of warrant him being a 6'9" center.
Like, I mean,
and he's obviously not good enough on defense.
Dame to Miami was what everybody was saying, was what everybody wanted. It would have made so much damn sense.
That would have made not only way more sense, but way more hype. Like, it would have been a cooler team.
I don't know if it would have made more sense to Milwaukee. Like, I mean, the Bucks are, they're obviously.
But Milwaukee was a team that had already won. Yes, the Heat had been to 2 finals already, but they were missing Dame.
Yeah.
Milwaukee could do it without Dame. Now for whatever reason, I don't know if you want to talk about it, Drew's got a fucking 5-year, 4-year for way too much money for no reason.
The Celtics have unlimited money. They made Jaylen Brown the highest paid player of all time, and they still have to pay Tatum. So,
what the fuck is the fucking Celtics doing? Holding on to Drew like it's their fucking baby.
I told you, they're the number 1 seed in the NBA, and they possibly might be the champions of this season.
Yeah.
I told you last step or one of the a few episodes, whenever we talked about it, I thought he was gonna be. I thought it might have, came down to what happened in the postseason, but he got extended, and I think it's.
I didn't think he would get extended that much, that far.
Bro, NBA money is non-existent.
I agree.
Just when I
it's all money.
Yeah. It's.
But especially pro sports.
But when
men's pro sports,
I hear about the NFL, and it seems like every team is struggling with money.
Well, that's because they're dumb.
And then
because 95% of the money they make goes into their own pockets.
And the one team with the most money does nothing. So
who are you talking about?
The team that wants to be the Ravens.
Who are you talking about?
The team that's gonna be in Virginia in a couple years.
Are you talking about the team that turned down the Replacements movie?
I'm talking about
gave it to the Ravens.
I'm talking about the W's, man.
Whoa.
But no, Miami.
No, we did. You ever seen the Replacements?
No, I've never seen the full movie, and I'm not going to.
Why not?
I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't have time to watch movies. I hate movies so much.
It's a good movie.
I hate them. I hate movies.
It's a good movie.
I can't
it's
stand
funny.
them.
It's a football movie. The football in it is fine. Clifford Franklin, he just throws on a bunch of stickum.
Took me
snags
4
the balls.
days to finish a movie this week.
Okay.
It took me 4 days.
Take your time with the movie. It's a good movie.
It took me 4
It was
days.
filmed. It was filmed at M&T. God damn it! Why'd you do that? Don't do that. Don't upshow
I
me
don't
like
give
that.
a shit. But I'm just saying, like, I can't watch movies, bro. I just can't.
I know, but it is good.
Something about it. It's like
It's not that good,
give
but it's
me.
good enough for a football movie.
I guess football movies also suck.
There's a couple fight scenes. They're in jail. It's cool.
Football movies suck so bad.
Remember the Titans is awesome. I love that movie.
It's cool. It's there. It's a
Yeah, it's
movie.
cool.
It's
Huh?
it's a movie. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something about football movies that just seems so unrealistic to me that it's like
They're corny as
I
fuck.
I
Yeah.
don't I don't know. But
There's also not many, and the ones that there are, they're not good. And in my opinion, everyone's like, "Oh, the best basketball movie is Coach Carter." No, it's fucking Air Bud. Basketball movies stink, dude.
fucking like
Space
Mike.
Jam. It's Space Jam, and then Air Bud, and then it's fucking Coach Carter all the way down to the bottom.
Fucking
Stinks.
fucking Bow Wow crossing up Allen Iverson. That's what
Exactly.
basketball movies
Yes.
are.
Fucking
Um
like Mike.
but Miami, just to finish off Miami, Bam is gonna have to step up in ways that I just don't think are possible. I mean, this quick, especially this. I mean, this late in the season, his career, it's not happening. And I mean, they're gonna have to play their style of basketball, be physical,
Well, it was,
be the hard ass be the hard motherfuckers they are. Like it's what they're gonna have to do.
but it was shocking for them to even, beat the Celtics last year.
Look,
To even make it to the conference finals.
that's why it's
And
like
then to put the work on the Celtics because Jimmy went crazy.
that's why I can't count them out. That's why I just don't know.
But what's crazy to me is that they're the only team that has done something like that, and then not tried to get a real piece.
Yeah, which makes me wonder, like, what do they know or think that I don't? Like, what? Like they
Well,
were like,
they think they might make the finals and they will lose.
I
They're
mean,
not winning.
like, and I'm not saying they're the Chiefs, but the Chiefs kind of went. I mean, we made the Super Bowl last year. Let's just do it again. And Miami made like, did they? Do you think they just went into the offseason like, I mean, we made the finals. We could probably just do it again.
Unless Jimmy Butler's dating Beyonce, there's not a chance the Heat are making the finals.
I wouldn't say there's not a chance.
There's not.
I think there's
And there's also there could possibly be a chance they make the finals. There's a 0% chance they lose. I mean, there's a 0% chance they win.
I mean, can Miami make it out of the Eastern Conference? Possibly. Would it be
Will they win?
Would it be
No.
another long, tough road? Yeah, but I mean, that's what they did. It's exactly what they did last year. Suns. For me, it's kind of.
I'm out on the Suns.
Look, I get it. Why are you out on the Suns?
They're not what they should be. I mean, you got a 3-headed fucking beast. And you're sitting there in the 8 seed, 7 seed, whatever the fuck they are.
See, but that's kind of the same reason why it's kind of the same reason why I think that they should not be counted out. Because, like, simply put, like a hooping standpoint, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and I mean, and then some of the pieces. I mean, some of the pieces they have, the squad around them. They got Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Eric Gordon. I mean,
Don't bring up Grayson Allen, dude. Grayson Allen is the white Draymond.
He's got a clip. Draymond. Yeah.
He has no clip. He has a fucking leg that he can kick nuts with.
No, he's a lot better than Draymond. Who I just got a here. You want me to read this for you? Breaking news. Breaking news, Devin. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green. You ready? You'll never guess. You'll never guess what Draymond Green did. You're gonna be like, holy shit. Draymond makes NBA history, first player ever with 10 plus assists and 10 plus rebounds without any field goals or free throw attempts. That's the dick sucking that the NBA will do for somebody like Draymond fucking Green.
They're gonna be like, look how unselfish he is,
I-
not shooting the ball.
I can't make this up.
He can't shoot.
I can't make it up.
I mean, that's cool. You're the first. You're the first.
You're the
Congrats,
first. You're the first person on a Tuesday to shoot the ball with your right hand with 3 minutes left in the first quarter when Steph Curry wasn't
dog.
in.
These stats be getting wild. These all-time stats be getting
It's
crazy.
like I don't know. I don't know. It's just I the Draymond hype should have been over 8 years ago. 8 years ago, about 8 years ago.
Yeah. You ever had the Nintendo?
What are you doing over there? The Nintendo? Did I ever have the Nintendo?
The Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
They're doing a Draymond right now, dude.
Whoa, wait, what?
Straight DS, dude.
Straight dick suck. Okay, gotcha. You had me lost. It was a long road there, but I'm there.
That was a stretch.
And then I mean, finally the Clippers. We talked about them earlier with the Mavs, but we also talked about how they have a problem, which is we got too many fucking stars on our team.
I don't know if it's a problem.
That's what that exactly. Is it a problem? It can be.
It's weird.
Kawhi could easily.
You guys are the only team with 4 stars.
I mean, well, first thing is Kawhi is gonna have to be healthy. He's gonna have to be, and from what I've read, he's gonna be perfectly fine coming into the playoffs.
You don't think a Harden, PG, Russ type of game could fuck shit up?
It could. It's not making it to the finals.
No.
In 2024, it's not making it to the finals, but I mean, it's not the end of the world. But I just feel like there are scenarios where James Harden can easily overstep, easily take over a little too much. You know, Pandemic P might step in and you know, maybe start chucking a little bit, or Kawhi just might, you know, his thigh might just hurt one day and decide I'm not playing. Fuck that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I
A lot of variables, brother.
to me, the Clippers, if you know, if ego is set aside and you just ego set aside, everybody's healthy, they can make a run.
Yeah.
They're the 4th seed in the West.
It's a good
They're
spot.
the 4th seed in the West.
The West is weird.
I mean, the West, mind
where
you,
I think some of the beef is sitting below that 4 seed.
mind you, the 4th seed in the West and the top 3 are still fighting for 1. Like the West is very, very, very competitive this season.
What's weird to me is that I think that 10 of the Western Conference teams are better than 9 of the East teams.
10?
All 10 teams in the West are better than every team but the Celtics.
No way you think that. You think all 10? You think the
But the
Golden
Celtics and
State
Bucks.
Warriors are? I was about to.
Celtics and Bucks.
I was
Sorry.
about to freak the
But every
fuck
other
out.
team, I think the West has a step on everybody else.
That's.
I think that the West, if the West 1 to 10, if the West makes the finals, they're beating every team 2 to 10.
That's close.
Every team.
Let me look. That's. I don't know.
Sorry, every team 3 to 10.
3 to 10.
Yeah, so Knicks, Cavs, Magic, Sixers,
okay.
Pacers,
3 to 10,
Heat, Bulls, Hawks.
Every team 3 to 10.
Kings maybe not.
I mean Warriors.
Warriors maybe not.
Get off the Warriors nuts.
All right, then 1 to 8.
I mean, no,
1 to 8
I'll give it to you. Though. It's
whooping.
close. It's close.
It's real close, dude.
But I
real
guess
fucking close.
the last thing we got on the
I mean, shit, there's one team. There's one fucking team in the East with 50 wins.
And there's what? 5 teams in the West. Last thing before we get out of here. I had to ask you. I guess we kind of talked MLB earlier. I didn't know if there was any other interesting shit going on in the MLB world, but baseball, golf, Devan, podcast. is there anything that you can bring to the table?
Yes. First thing, Orioles. Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday is a 20-year-old second baseman / shortstop whose father played in the MLB for 15 years. Just made his debut. He was drafted 1 overall 2 years ago. Lit up the minor leagues. They brought him up after 2 years. It doesn't happen often that some guy gets brought up at 20 years old in the MLB. Usually they have to wait. They can get drafted out of high school, but rarely do they hit the league quickly. Made his debut. Still hasn't got a hit. It's been 3 games. Totally fine. He'll do something. Great player. Whatever. Jackson Holiday to the moon. Big leagues. And then the Masters. The Masters is happening. That's why I'm wearing green.
The
Hat.
Masters are happening. Green cup.
Golf hat. Wearing green.
Green
and
cup.
Green cup.
There we go.
Beautiful. Hopefully someone I care about wins the Masters. Otherwise, I won't give 2 fucks. And then I have a Masters hoodie on right now. You wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't even have known.
You wouldn't even know because look at this. What do you think that is?
That looks like a sandwich.
Yeah, what kind of sandwich?
What kind of sandwich is that?
What kind of sandwich is it?
It looks like it looks yellow and red.
Yeah, it's a pimento cheese sandwich.
What the fuck is a pimento cheese sandwich?
Pimento is like a pepper, and then there's cheese. It's a southern thing. They sell it at the Masters. I don't know. I like clothes with food items on them. I got a. You've seen my bagel hat. I got a bagel hat.
All I get is golf, or all I get for golf is Tiger Woods shit.
But yeah, no, Tiger. I hope he wins. He won't. He made the cut though. He's playing Saturday, Sunday. Beast. But yeah, golf's cool. Baseball's cool. Go watch the O's. Go watch the Masters. If you don't, I got family members.
I
don't know. I don't know. I feel like you have more than I do.
All right. Well,
you're Lebanese.
Hey now. Look, we talked a lot of NBA playoffs. We talked Adam Silver being an idiot, Caleb Williams facing adversity, Deion Sanders not knowing much about the weather, the Bills, Terrell Suggs. I think it's time to get out of here.
I think we're good.
Is there anything else you want to say before we do get out of here?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, brand new episodes every Tuesday and Saturday. We'll be back on Tuesday to talk more NFL, more NBA. We'll have the NBA playoff matchups set. So all the predictions for those. But yeah, we got some more good shit to talk about coming up. Hopefully you enjoyed. It has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out. When I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick. You look so good, huh?